Americans are not Indians, the grand finale. You ready? Let's go. This is one of the early flags of the Iroquois Confederation. Hold up. Run that back. This is one of the early flags of the Iroquois Confederation. Before it was converted into a symbol of hate and slavery. Did you hear that? Before it was converted into a symbol of hate and slavery. Meaning it didn't originate with Europeans. Yeah, I'm taking it there. The modern day Confederate flag was copied from the original Confederate flag because all they did was remove the battle cannon that was in the center of the flag. They removed the names of the so-called Indian tribes that was associated with the Southern flag or Confederate flag. Now somebody might ask, why they do that? This was all done so that Europeans could steal this symbol away from the Moors and convert it into a symbol of hate and slavery so that Moors cannot associate themselves with it and their Southern heritage to the South. Yes, Moors owned the South because only so-called Indians had confederacies. Therefore, this flag could never possibly belong to Europeans from the South because Europeans did not have confederacies because only so-called Indians did. Wow. Time out. Let's jump in the time machine. This is an ancient sculpture in Mexico called Nayarit. Now look at this symbol on the chest. The top right is the original Confederate flag. Can you see that? And this is the modern Confederate flag. It's nothing new under the sun. Now brace yourself. The Civil War was between the Iroquois Confederation South versus the Powhatan Confederation of the North. Pause. So the Moors from Iroquois Confederation South was fighting against the Moors from the Powhatan Confederation of the North. The real Civil War was fought over land rights for mostly European slaves. You had more Europeans in slavery than so-called blacks in the South because Moors owned the South. The real Cherokee Nation was infiltrated by Europeans and Mongols. The dark copper-colored indigenous people of the tribe were reclassified as free men and were discriminated against. Most were kicked off the land. So keep in mind, Moors from the North was fighting against Moors from the South. Meanwhile, being infiltrated by Europeans and Mongols. This is where the $5 Indians came from. The European $5 quote-unquote Indians owned prisoners of war, aka slaves, under the Cherokee Nation after it was overthrown. But the actual indigenous Cherokee did not. Cherokee owned European slaves that were shipped from Europe to the Americas to work on southern plantations owned by Berbers that were also called Moors. Now check this out. Book reference. Title 29. Lenape Indian Tribe of Delaware. The tribe was formerly known as the Moors. What? Run that back. The tribe was formerly known as the Moors. What was you saying again? The Delaware School Code of 1921 established a school for children of people called Moors. Receipts. The Smithsonian Institute issued an annual report in 1948 in which the tribe was referred to as the Moors of Kent County, Delaware. Receipts. The word Lenape means we the people.